So then he says, وَاعْلَمْ أَنَّ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ مِنَ الْمُبْدَعَاتِ فَتَامٌ. Everything from these mubda'at, from these extraordinary, unprecedented creations are complete. لا نقص فيه بوجه. There's absolutely no deficiency or defect in them. فلو كان فيه نقص لدل ذلك على نقصان مبدعه وصانعه. If there was any defect or deficiency, it would indicate a defect in the mubdi' وصانع, the one who made or created them. فأما المخلوق الذي هو مركب من شيء فقد يحتمل أن يكون فيه نقص ويكون نقصه عارضا من جهة ما ركب منه لا من جهة مركبه وفاعله. So as for the created one who is composite by nature, فقد يحتمل, it's possible أن يكون فيه نقص. He can have deficiency. ويكون نقصه عارضا, but that deficiency comes not from the original template, not from the original creation. It comes later. So in other words, like birth defects, all these things that happen, these are from different things that have entered into when people don't. I mean, there's a lot of reasons for them. There's genetic reasons, but they're arid. They're not from the original. They're not from the original, the way Allah created. Allah created everything perfect, but then because sin enters the world, because of and this is not to say, astaghfirullah, that people that have, unfortunately, in some cultures, they actually believe that. There's like a punishment and things like that. There's a lot of reasons. Now there's environmental reasons. You can be exposed to toxins and you get children that are born with birth defects and things like that. So this is all arid. It's not from the original creation. That's his point. So don't think the defects that you see are from God's creation. They're actually secondary effects. All right? فأما المخلوق الذي هو مركب من شيء فقد, and then he says ولا من جهة مركبه وفاعله ولهذا صارت المبدعات من الأشياء العلوية معرة من اعتراض الفساد فيها حالا فحالا. So this is an idea. I mean, I think he's referring to what they call the superlunary world. You know, the mubdi'at in the celestial realm are free from any possibility of corruption. So things in this world can be corrupted. Even our own physical genetics, corruption can actually come in. But he's saying that in that higher world, there's no realm. It stays in its pure state. Now they used to think, I mean, the Aristotelian view was that everything in the heavenly world was perfect, everything revolved in perfect circles. You had Ptolemy, who created the epicycles to explain retrograde motion in planets, because he wanted everything. Circle was the perfect, because the circle is a perfect form, because it has no beginning and no end. So it represents in that way a kind of symbolization of the divine reality. And that's why the circle was often used for that effect. We make a circle around a square, which is very interesting when we do tawaf, the squared circle. Right? We make a circle around a square in the tawaf. So that's just part of Allah's creation, is that He's put all these mysteries into it. And so then, وَالْإِنسَانُ إِنسَانَانِ, the human being is two human beings. أَحَدُهُمَا Adam. So Adam is the first human being. And Adam is from, most of them say it's from Udma, Udmat al-Ard, because he was taken from the topsoil of all the earth. Allah took, and that's why we have white, black, brown, yellow. We have all these different colors, red, because all of the different soils are there in Adam. And so we have what they call recessive genes. The dominant gene is dark, right? We know that. So light comes out of the, and that's why Adam was tawny, he was dark, and Hawa was dark. They had to have been. Hawa in Arabic is one of the meanings of it. Al-ahwa is very dark. So that's the first. الذي هو أبو البشر. He's the father of humanity. ويجري هو من سائر الناس مجرى البذر. So he really, amongst human beings, he takes the place of the seed. الذي منه أنشئ غيره. From it, others were created. So from the seed comes other seeds, right? So he's the first. الباري تعالى قد تولى بنفسه إيجاده. So Allah took it upon Allah to create Adam directly, without intermediary. إيجاده. وتربيته, and also to educate him, to raise him, and to teach him. كما نبه تعالى عليه بقوله ما منعك أن تسجد لما خلقت بيدي. So he says to Iblis, what has prevented you from prostrating or bowing down to us, bowing down to what I have created with my own hand, بيدي. وقوله تعالى وعلم آدم الأسماء كلها. And Adam was taught, Allah taught Adam all of the names. So allama Adam. So allama in Arabic, alama is a mark. And as we know, the cuneiform writing, the original writing was actually allama. It was to imprint into mud. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that it's been imprinted in us, this knowledge of naming. And what naming is naming is being able to see the universal in the particular. This is the gift that Allah has given the human being, is called abstraction, tajrid. يجرد الكلية من الجزئية. He sees the universal in the particular. And so what this is essentially tawheed. We have been created as muwahideen. We are making everything one. So the muwahid is the one who makes something one. So when we talk about book, like I say, this is a book. What is a book? This is one book. But what is a book? How is it that our intellects can derive out of one particular book the concept of book? So we can have big books, little books, fat books, skinny books, written books, picture books, Japanese books, Persian books, Arabic books, but they're all books. What is that? Our ability to see the bookness of a book. That is the ability to make many one. And that's what Adam has been taught to do. He's been taught to make many one. So all of these attributes of God that look like pluralities, that in many cultures they end up being worshipped, like Shiva and Kali, right? These are different, these are attributes of God, but they personified into actual other than God, beside God, right? So seeing the many in the one, seeing the one in the many, not the many, not getting al-hakamu takathuru. You have been distracted by multiplicity. Takatharat al-ashya. You're distracted by multiplicity. Hatta zurtum al-maqabir. Until you go to the source. Right? You're distracted. I mean, takathur means obviously also accumulation of wealth. But takatharat al-ashya. Multiplicity is takathur. So you're distracted by multiplicity. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us this gift that He taught Adam. وَالثَّانِي بَنُوهُ. And then his children by extension. وَمُوجِدُهُ أَيْضًا الْبَارِي. He created them also. Al-Bari, the creator. تعالى ولكن جعل إنشاءهم وتربيتهم وتعليمهم بوسائط جسمانية وروحانية. But He made their nurturing and their education by means, both material and immaterial. Both material and immaterial, bodily and spiritual. فَالْجِسْمَانِ كَالْأَبَوَيْنِ. So our parents are the source of our material existence. وَرُوحَانِ كَالْمَلَائِكَةِ. And the immaterial is the angels that are actually, they are the ones that make sure everything's happening properly. So they're actually with us all the time. They're our guardians, but they're also in the womb. They're making sure that everything is happening that's meant to happen, for good or ill.